All right. So where are you in from today?
Where am I from?
Yeah, where did you come from today?
Here.
Yep.
Yeah, from Fredericton. Yep.
Cool. And what brings you here?
Freedom, of course, right? I've got a 15-year-old at home who just wants to play basketball normally, see her friends normally, go to school normally. I'm here. This isn't the Canada I grew up in. I want the Canada I had 2 years ago and the rest of my life before that.
So how have you personally been affected by the mandates?
Well, I'm unvaccinated, so I've been affected that way because I'm now a social outcast. I'm also a small business owner, so I've been locked down 3 separate times. I've had to close my business. The first time was 3 months, the second time was a week, and the last time was 2 weeks. And I don't qualify for money. So this has to end. Like, we can't keep doing this. Our economy is suffering. Our youth are suffering. My daughter never had any mental health issues at all leading up to this. And finally, after the last probably 8 months, her mental health has gone down the tubes. We have to seek counseling for her. My husband's mental health has gone down the tubes. He's had to seek counseling. We can't keep doing this, right? We're not meant to be locked up in our houses all over money and fear. Like, this is absolutely ludicrous.
Do you feel that your views are accurately represented in the media?
No. No, unfortunately, I do not. No. Most mainstream media outlets do not show the views that most of us down here have. They are extremely one-sided, extremely biased. You know, I'm sure tomorrow we're going to hear all about the gentleman that got arrested. He had like a truck violation of some sort, but there was a young lady on the 4th floor balcony of an apartment building at the corner of Regent and King Street, or Queen Street, I mean, throwing snowballs and destroying the tops of people's vehicles. One couple last minute decided not to bring their kids, and it's a good thing because the snowball came in the back seat of their vehicle. Their little kids would have been whipped in the face, but you probably won't hear that on the news tomorrow, right? You're not going to see on the news tomorrow the lady who's been going around picking up all the garbage, including the cigarette butts that are all over the place, right? CBC is not going to have that, unfortunately.
How would you describe the way that events like this are being portrayed?
I did not hear that, sorry.
How would you describe the way they report on it?
Biased. Very, 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 very biased. It's hard not to feel like they're being paid to keep the narrative going in the way that the government wants. Like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means. I just want to live my life. But with the things that you see on media, on like CTV and Global, on all those mainstream media outlets, it's hard not to think that, right? Like, it's awful.
How do you think you can reach people who disagree? How do you think you can reach people who disagree?
Oh, that's a challenge. I try that daily. Education, right? If they can somewhat try and read what some of these actual studies are, like the Johns Hopkins one that came out last week or the week before, those are real studies, right? Like, if you can get people who start to read those and eventually, hopefully, they start to change their own narrative, then maybe they will start to finally see that what they're seeing and hearing on the news and in the media and whatnot is not correct.
If there was someone here who disagreed but was willing to listen, what would you say to them?
Do your own actual research, right? Literally turn off the TV, turn off all of that stuff, and do your own research. Him and I haven't necessarily been on the same page with everything, but he's finally been able to do his own research and whatnot and realize, okay, not everything my wife is saying is full of shit, right? Pardon my language. I would say that to people. Do your own research. It's not like we haven't, right? You never believed a word the government ever told you before, so why are you believing it now, right? Take the time. Most of us here aren't just willy-nilly tinfoil hat wearing folk. we have taken the time to read different studies, right? Not just what Jennifer Russell is telling me or Teresa Tam.
A bad product is pushed on everyone, and it's already showing itself to be that way.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
To our children,
Freedom for all. Pretty much, yep. Love, peace, and freedom for everyone, equally.
that's not anti-vax.
What do you think is at stake if this doesn't change?
Everything. Everything. We've started to give them a little bit of control. They will keep and they will keep and they will keep, right? They're gonna mandate so much more, right? If I don't believe in what they want, they're gonna take my kids away from me because I don't believe that, right? Like, no, they'll just keep going. Once you give control up, you don't get it back. And they keep taking. We all know it, right? We all love to have a little bit of control, and once we get a little bit, we don't mind having a little bit more. It's just human nature. So we don't start fighting for our freedoms back now, where is it gonna end is the scary thing.